Hey, how's it going? I'm going to come on here again and I'm going to talk about something for a few minutes. Notice I kind of blocked out my video. This is a dark concept. And it hangs a lot of people up. And I see it every day. No matter where I'm at. And I'm not going to lie, it does trigger me. The concept of God explanation. Did you hear about what this person did, or what that person said, or what that person did? Right? We all do it. Okay, all you gotta do is pay attention to what's going on around you, and you will hear it everywhere you go and everything you're doing, whether it be friends, family, co-workers, whatever. And the biggest thought that comes to my mind is, why do we do it? Because I don't. If you're around me, like, I don't. Now, if I have to relay a message to somebody because of what someone else said, and I'm relaying a message so that way something is understood by others who may not have heard that message that was given to me to correspond, then absolutely I will relay that message so that way everybody who may need to understand that understands it. But I won't sit around and say, oh, did you hear about what this person did, or what that person said, or this or that or whatever? I won't do it. Why? Because all it tells the people around me is that my life is so boring that I care so much about what other people are doing and what people said and this and that all they know is that I will talk about people, but I won't talk about myself. I won't talk about my life. I won't talk about who I am and what I do and my experiences in my life, and I won't let people get to know me, but I will let people get to know everybody around me because of what someone said or did or this or that or whatever, or because you just want to spread gossip around so that way you spread animosity and hate, right? Because the more that you talk about other people, all that you do is you spread hate, you spread rumors, you get things going that does not need to be done. Okay? So, the moral of this little spiel tonight is we need to understand, as a people, as a whole, a collective whole, that if we have a kind of a life or live a lifestyle where we're not doing much and there's not much going on and this and that and everything else, but we will sit or stand and talk about what everybody else around us is doing, and we can look that up, right? All that shows us is that you would rather talk about other people than to talk about yourself, right? So if you did something that was messed up, or if you made a mistake on something, or if you have a flaw or whatever, or if someone found out something about you or whatever, and you can't talk about it with the people around you, then it's probably better off just left unsaid. Okay? So the biggest thing is in the workplace. And then another one is when you're out talking with neighbors, or when you're out, you run into a family member at the mall or at the store or something. The biggest question is why? The biggest question I have for everybody is why? Why would you gossip about somebody when they're not there in that situation? They're not there to defend themselves. They're not there to maybe educate something, so that way everything is actually properly understood. Okay? Because everybody distorts stories. Everybody distorts gossip. Everybody distorts rumors. We think we know what the truth is, but do we actually know what the truth of the matter is, or are we just spreading rumors? And in most cases, about 90% of the time, it's merely rumors. What you heard, what you've seen, and you're just spreading rumors around the workplace or around with people, right? Because you're trying to spread animosity. Okay? Now, it is one thing if that person is standing right there and you're saying, yeah, man, guess what that person did yesterday, dude? Yeah, man, he... whatever, right? Because now they're there to defend themselves, or now they're there to explain if something is misconstrued. Right? That's just conversation. But when a person is not there to defend themselves, then there's no reason. There's none. There's no reason for it. Not from what I can plainly see. And there've been so many times to where I have actually corrected people, whether it was relevant or irrelevant. And I've asked the question and I've challenged them. Why are you talking about somebody when you should be talking about yourself and helping us understand you better? Right? Because that is the key to understanding someone better, or getting to know someone better, is to hear about their life and hear about their stuff and their flaws and their shortcomings and their stuff. Not about somebody else's. Okay? Because we all have shortcomings, we all make mistakes, we all do things that, whatever, I mean, hey, it is what it is. But it doesn't mean that you're justified to sit there and gossip about what someone else did. Because the old saying, if you don't have anything nice to say, just keep your mouth shut and keep it moving. Right? If you don't have anything nice to say, keep your mouth shut and keep it moving. If someone asks you something, you can simply just say, oh, I have no idea, and walk away. Or if someone tries to spread gossip, you can simply walk away. You don't have to stand there and engage in the gossip. That is a choice. Whether you know the truth or you don't, whether you know the actual situation or whether you know the whatever, is irrelevant. Right? You don't have to stand there or sit there and gossip. You don't. That is a logical choice that you are making to do that. And I, for the life of me, don't understand why people do it. If your life is that boring, right? There's some truth. If your life is that boring that you'd rather talk about everybody else and not yourself, then that tells me what kind of person that you are. Right? Regardless of whether the story is a funny one, or if the story is a serious one, or if it's a legitimate whatever, it's still gossip. And there's no reason for it. So, I know this was kind of serious, and I know there wasn't much humor in here or anything like that, which is in a lot of my videos I try to spread some humor, but there's some truth. Here is some very hard truth. And the fact of the matter is I can't just walk away, right? Like, I can't just like not hear the stuff that's going on around me. It's kind of like I have a sonar hearing, kind of like an extra sensory perception situation. So now it's a matter of I can't just like not hear it. But once again, just trying to spread some love, just trying to maybe educate some folks, maybe try to get a new lead going here. But you all have a great night. And I love you. Until next time.